I've recently put Special Spiral on my Ophelia, and it's just one of those builds that just instantly clicked for me. It's like when you put together a Deathblow Reinhardt or a quad attacking Brave Boy user. Everything just dies and it's amazing. So let's go over why I think Special Spiral is a great skill for Ophelia. First up, let's look at her stats. Well, all we really care about is her attack stat, and it's a massive 37 base attack. That is the highest for all blue mages and ties for highest among all colored mages. Ideally, a plus attack boon would be very nice and would put Ophelia at a starting 40 attack. To pair with her great attack stat, she has her own legendary tome, Missiletainn. Missiletainn is a 14 might tome that comes with the simple special cooldown count -1 effect, which lowers the cooldown of any special Ophelia equips. Now its second effect reads, at the start of turn 1, grant special cooldown count -1 for each magic ally on your team, including Ophelia herself. What this means is that Ophelia gets additional special cooldown reduction just for having other tome users on the same team. Missiletainn even counts Ophelia as a mage for this effect, which means without any ally mages, Ophelia will always get at least -1 additional cooldown reduction. Have multiple mages on the team and Ophelia will get -2, -3, or even up to -8 cooldown reduction if you're playing rival domains with 8 mages on the field. Ophelia excels with Special Spiral because of Missiletain's turn 1 cooldown reduction. Special Spiral does not do anything until your unit activates their special, in which it reduces cooldown by -2 after the fight is over. With Missiletainn, however, Ophelia can charge her special on turn 1 instantly if you have the right skills or team setup. Ophelia can then immediately activate her special, and Special Spiral can do its job after that. If you cannot proxy your special in the first round of combat, then Special Spiral loses a lot of power. With Missiletainn, Ophelia can use a variety of specials and charge each of them on turn 1. Since Missiletainn has that slaying effect and it counts Ophelia as a mage for its additional cooldown reduction, she can automatically charge 2 turn specials by herself with no extra ally mages or skills needed. However, if you want 3 or 4 turn specials, then you will need to run those extra mage teammates or use skills like Infantry Pulse or Quicken Pulse. There are many ways to work around getting more special cooldown reduction. Missiletainn just makes it a bit easier, and plus there are no inheritable slaying or killer type tomes, so for a mage, cooldown reduction isn't so easy to come by. The ideal situation is for Ophelia to secure one-shot KOs with her special already charged from Missiletainn or other skills, and then depend on Special Spiral to reset her cooldown and do it all again turn after turn. Ophelia's high base attack really helps her out, and you want to give her as much attack buffs as you can to make sure she kills whatever enemy she has to face. I've talked about Glimmer a lot before and how it's a great one-shot special for only a 2-turn cooldown, but we can explore more options, including the mostly underused aerial effect specials. Just to make sure we're all on the same page, when an AoE special is activated, it deals out of combat damage similar to Savage Blow. This damage cannot kill, but your unit will still make their normal attack. If you deal a lot of damage to the enemy with your AoE special, they will survive with 1 HP, and you have to hit them with a normal attack to finish them off. This attack gets you another free special charge. It's free ideally because you are going to KO the enemy anyway. However, keep in mind you can get hit by Vantage, which is a counter to these specials. I think that was part of the reason why these specials never got a ton of love in year 1, since a lot of arena threats ran Vantage. Now with other OP skills, you don't see Vantage as much anymore. Anyway, with a slaying weapon like Missiletainn paired with Special Spiral, you can fully recharge AoE specials after every activation. Hopefully my crude diagram can help explain why. We'll take Ophelia's Blazing Light as an example, which is a 4-turn special. With Missiletainn equipped, it becomes a 3-turn special permanently. Assuming Ophelia already has Blazing Light charged via Missiletainn or other skills, she can initiate an attack activating Blazing Light. With her foe weakened, Ophelia makes her normal attack and gets -1 special cooldown like usual, putting her at 2 cooldown. With her enemy hopefully dead and her turn over, Special Spiral kicks in and reduces the remaining 2 cooldown to 0, and Ophelia can smack another enemy with Blazing Light next turn. You can imagine why this is a deadly combo. I'm not going to go into specific damage details about blazing or growing specials, but I am considering discussing that in another video. Here is an example build for Special Spiral Ophelia. The most important detail is that if you do run an AoE special, then you want to use Life and Death over something like Death Blow. The reason is that Death Blow and other similar skills only apply during combat, but skills like Blazing Light take place before combat. Life and Death is a flat stat boost, which means it will benefit AoE specials too. As for the type of AoE special you choose, you can have Blazing variants which deal 1.5 times damage, versus Growing variants which deal 1 times damage but in a larger spread. Again, I'm not going to go too deep into specifics. C skills could use Savage Blow to deal even more AoE damage, or you can use Odd Attack Wave for self-buffing, or Res Smoke if you have a Dancer to attack multiple times. Sacred Seal choice also varies. Quicken Pulse is nice if you don't want to run too many mages on your team, or you don't have infantry pulse support. If you don't need Quicken Pulse, then you can go with Hardy Bearing to counter any Vantage users, or just a good old attack +3. Other specials you can use include Glimmer, Moonbow, Draconic Aura, or Luna. Those take less effort to charge on turn 1, but may not supply the necessary damage that can come from something like Blazing Light. That sums up why I think Special Spiral Ophelia is pretty great. Now you can apply everything we've covered about AoE specials to any unit with a slang type weapon, but I think Ophelia is probably the best AoE special spammer because she can deal a lot of magic damage and she attacks from range. Remember, there are not a lot of mages with a tome that comes with cooldown reduction, and Missiletainn can get additional cooldown very easily and reliably. Special Spiral can work with skills like Heavy Blade or Flashing Blade, but not having to set up a special proc and having it immediately as a fight starts is so advantageous. You don't have to worry about something like Guard, and it's very tough to defend against a unit who already has a 4-turn special ready on turn 1. I can't emphasize just how much damage Ophelia can put out if you use a Blazing Special. To be completely honest, this is one of my favorite builds in a long time. While it may not be something I use in Arena, it's just super fun for casual PvE content. For example, this setup just tears through enemies in the Training Tower, or modes like Forging Bonds. With a Dancer, it's just not fair. I actually have put Ophelia into my 8-man Rival Domains lineup, and she is very good at trimming down HP bars since some of those tougher units are brick walls. While AoE specials don't always hit multiple targets, when they do, it feels really good. If you've watched my videos, I've always talked about Jafar and how much fun his Deadly Dagger is because he just deals so much splash damage. I don't think this setup is super broken or anything, it's just a solid build that synergizes very well. I know Ophelia and Special Spiral are both still new and hard to get, but if you've got an extra Lewin or a minus speed one like I had, then this is a nice way to still utilize him. Thanks for watching. I am planning to put out some videos about Dragalia Lost, so if you've been playing that game, then stay tuned. I'll see you guys in the next video.